Happy Friday, good people. Happy Friday. That it is. Every day is an amazing day to me. I refuse to allow people to, have that much control over my life where, they could dictate how my day go. So, I don't know. I decided today to talk about my journey being saved and God and how God is real to me. It's kind of long, but I'm gonna try to make it short, or maybe it might be a few parts, a little today, a little tomorrow. But when I was really young, right, my grandmother used to take us to church all the time. Anybody who know anything about a Pentecostal church, it's like all day, all the time, and we would sit in church for hours and hours. And when you're young, it's hard to stay woke. You can't stay focused. Um, so I sat in church all the time. I used to read for the pastor. Just different things and different experiences when it comes to knowing God, learning God, and how things go, and how it's not that trouble not gonna come your way, because it will. But as long as you put God first, He kind of shields you from a lot of things. That's a personal belief because of all the things I know I've been through. God has done things for me that I cannot do for myself. Example, say you're in a bad relationship, and I've been in quite a few of those, honestly. You feel like you're in love, or whatever the feeling might be. Infatuation, sometimes that's just as strong. And they look, a man will drag you if you allow him to. It's ridiculous how they'll do you, and you think you feeling love or whatever. That's not love. To be mistreated, disrespected, talked to any kind of way, physical abuse, none of those things are okay. But I've experienced all of those things, and it all started honestly when I was young. I didn't see healthy relationships growing up. I really didn't, and I didn't start realizing that till a few years ago that a lot of the way that I am, or the things that I've seen, has shaped even the way I love, even the things that I'll accept. And the things that I accept as of now is starting to change, and I'm so glad, because I'm not settling for less than I feel like I deserve. And for so many years I have settled for disrespect, being used, being abused, all in what I thought was love. And what it was the lack of love for myself that allowed me to tolerate foolish, negative behavior, you know. But so back to the situation. So I went to church all the time, sometimes twice on Sundays, and it seemed like it lasted all the time. So I decided when I got grown, I was not gonna do it. I was not gonna do it. That was just the goal. When I get grown, they ain't gonna catch me in church. I don't even want to have nothing to do with the church. Um, and then for a long time, I really did not. I really did not. Um, when I was married, I tried to do the Jehovah's Witness thing. My husband was a Jehovah's Witness, well, ex-husband was a Jehovah's Witness at the time. So, when rush stuff got rough, and he knew he messed up bad, and I was like, I'm done with you. No, no, come to the Kingdom Hall with me. God gonna help me be better. I fell for the okie doke, of course. So I actually went. Didn't really enjoy it, but trying to be the good wife and believe in the black man. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should, but it's best to breathe life into um a situation that want the same things you want. You know, you can't make nothing work if it's not gonna work. That's just impossible to do. And I have over time and time. I speak life into people who don't want life spoken to them. They don't want to change, and they don't really want to do anything. And sometimes that is exhausting, amazingly exhausting. So, let me fast forward to recently. So, in the last 2 years, maybe three, I had started going back to church. A supervisor of mine named Daisy Atkins, beautiful, beautiful lady. She was a godsend to me and my daughter. And my other son too. She never really, she met my youngest son when he was out of jail, but that was short lived because he back. But anyway, we'll talk about that too soon. So, I don't know. I had a rough night one night, drinking and all that, and I just woke up feeling like I wanted to quit drinking because it just was exhausting. It wasn't fun anymore. So I called her and I said, when the next time you're going to church, I really want to go. So she came, picked me up. We went to a Wednesday night Bible study. I enjoyed it. It was short, right to the point. Okay, now I gotta go again. Then we went on a Sunday. Nice service. A woman pastor, beautiful lady. Very in tune with God and God's word. Um, and I liked it. But then I stopped going again. Then my daughter was in this elite group in Hardaway High School. That's the high school she went to. And the IB, that's what's called the IB program. And she didn't make the final cut because she turned in the paper late or something. But it was a lot going on at the time as to why it was turned in late. And I tried to explain that to him. But she didn't make the cut for the program. It was like how you get all the way to the end. And now like you dropped the ball. And she felt bad about it. So I tried to console the best as I could. And that Sunday, I asked her if she want to go to church. So we went. She loved it. She enjoyed it. She felt better. So within that following year, what was it, 2018, I think, we both got baptized. And it was my first time, and of course it was hers. And we got saved and stuff on the same day. I was saved when I was little, but I'm not sure exactly how that count, because when you young, you could hear what you signing up for, but I don't think I really paid attention. So I guess it was like a rededication or something. But anyway, we did it at the same time, and I started going to church every time. So then she graduated high school and she goes to Georgia State University. Well, I don't think I'm real friendly, but I liked it at church still, but I just didn't feel like getting up early on Sundays. And it wasn't that it was real early, about 9 o'clock. I just wasn't feeling it. So I stopped going again. So when your life started taking a turn for the worse and not the better, most people like myself call on God. So I did. I needed his help. So she came back for a visit and left again. Because when she would come, I would go to church with her. And Daisy was like, they was asking about me. And she said, oh, when her daughter come back on from our college break, she'll be back. So, true. So that's exactly what happened. So I did go back. So she left. I stopped going again. So the very last time was around when the COVID started, the scare. They said, get the kids out the college dorms immediately. So I drove to Atlanta to get her, and we started going to church. And I don't know, it just felt different. And I started changing and becoming, to me, a better person. And also I started, acknowledging God a little more. It's not that I feel like I put something before God. It was just, I wasn't dedicating any of my time. None of it, So at this point, I started dedicating more of my time, paying my tithes. And I was jobless too. And all these things kind of pushed me in a direction I think that I needed to go. When you're comfortable in anything, it's hard to make a change. So my back was against the wall at this point. No job. Stuff was just falling apart. I mean, like literally falling apart. So I stopped drinking, stopped smoking cigarettes. Got my unemployment. And God has shown me so much favor, that when I thought about it, there's no way I could not serve him. It's no way, because I've been in situations where I didn't have anybody but him. Only he could bring me out. You call this one for a favor, which that's not really my thing, but I have once or twice in my time called somebody that I did something for, thinking that maybe they'll return the favor, and it's null and void. It's not the same. So I've dealt with a lot of that, as I do constantly now, which is why I have cut myself off from people, because I'm there when you need me, but you're never there when I need you. So that's not a good relationship to even be involved in, because to me, those people are takers and users, And I don't want to be used anymore. I just don't, because you need to bring something to the table, you know. And so many people don't. They really are a sheep in they wolves in sheep clothing, because they pretend to be something they're not. And that's exactly what it is. They pretend to be something they're not, and I've dealt with that all the time, which is why I don't have what you'll call friends. They tend to let you down, and it's a one-sided relationship. I'll do more for you than you'll do for me, and I don't keep count. It's not that. It's when I really need you. To me, is when it matters. And if you can't show up when I need you, I mean, I might give you another chance, but this is all the time. So at that point, it's time to cut it off. So no one person can't be no island, but I guess I kind of am. I don't allow people in my circle because of mistrust and the things that I've been through. But I don't treat people like, I don't treat people like, how would I say it? I don't treat people like they did me stuff. Like, I don't treat them like the person that hurt me. I look for the good in everybody and in all situations. And I wouldn't have never got that far recently if it wouldn't been for me praying and asking God to reveal certain things to me and to help me throughout this journey that's called life. We are all faced with so many obstacles, and yet sometimes we just don't feel like we could get through. But God is guiding me through, and the more I seek him, you know I start to feel a little better. I don't have as much stress on me as I used to have, because it was like I used to carry other people's problems. So I stopped trying to do all those different things. I'm not no superwoman, and I'm not saying I thought I was, but catch this: you ain't never saw me and superwoman together at the same time. Y'all be blessed.